We are discussing here about the learning disability course, special education in B.ED paper, applied behavior analysis. So before we starting, we need to know what is applied behavior analysis. Applied behavior analysis is an approach for behavior modification. It is a kind of therapy given to uh, children having behavioral problems like ADHD, autism, and some other children like who need special attention and care and modification of their behavior. So here, let's start. Okay, applied behavior analysis. The first topic in this paper is the principles of behavioral approach. So before we begin with principles of behavioral approach, we need to learn what is behavior. Here, a behavior is something an individual refers to anything an individual does. And coming to ABA, we refer ABA as something measurable and observable. So the behavior has three aspects: cognition, affection, and cognition. Okay, so the principles of behavioral approach in ABA are: what does the word applied means? What does the word applied mean? It means application or applying, and here more two words like behavior and analysis. So ABA. A is application. Behavior is something which we can observe or do. Analysis here means analyzing that behavior, what is happening in front of us, what is observing. That is all analysis. Analysis may be direct or indirect. Here direct is directly observing the student, a person or individual who is in front of us. Whereas indirect means we are observing those record videos, your anecdotal records, your reports, your case sheets, anything. Even the progress reports from the teachers and performance and behavior at the home, lunchtime, with other students, all this comes under analysis. And what we observe is something, their behavior. The behavior might be personality, their interest, attitude, emotions, wishes, prejudice, stereotype, thinking, reasoning, frustration, adjustment, deviant behavior. So the most observed behaviors of students in school age are lack of interest or more interest, and they wish very different, and they always want to learn new skill, or they want to be different from others. And thinking, sometimes some students will be thinking out of the box, and some other students are like they need some initiation and motivation to think. So thinking is kind of cognition and cognitive, and these abilities needed more, and some perform randomly and some perform wantedly and some perform how they need and what they need in that situation. And frustration is seen in these children and the regular school going children, like they want to gain marks, they want to behave well, they want to wish fulfill what they want. So here applied means application, as I said. So what is that application? For example, if you might ask your child to write his homework, if he writes his homework very neatly in time, that is his behavior. What you are analyzing here, he is writing neatly in proper time, and he is applying, like he is taking the pen, opening the book and writing neatly. If he need help, he may take your support. So here comes the 6 principles of behavioral approach. First one is understanding why of behavior. So here comes why. Why means mainly why that behavior is happening, where is it happening, and when is it happening. So the 3 W's of behavior: why, when, where. So if it is happening in the school, at home, at the playtime, during homework, tuition, with siblings, with teachers, anywhere. So the ABCs of behavior stands for antecedents, behavior, consequence. Here antecedents, as I said before, antecedents are the incidents which are happening just before the behavior. So here antecedents might be something like you ask the child to write homework. If he writes, that's a behavior. Before that, you asked him to write. That's an antecedent, and it's an incident. So if he writes, it's a behavior. If he's not writing and he's making tantrums, or he's running away, or he's watching TV, then it's a consequence. So what is that causing this consequence is you asking him to write in a homework. Now, if this behavior can be weakened, maintained by modeling. What is this modeling again? Modeling is you're making your child understand the importance of completing his homework. If he finishes his homework, he can be free and enjoy his me time, or he can learn new skill and he can go for his me time, or he can watch, play, have food, spend some time for himself or herself. So here this modeling can be strengthened, weakened and maintained. What is this strengthened, weakened and maintained? Strengthened is something if the child is ignoring again and again and you're like allowing him to do so, that behavior might get strengthened and it is very hard to make that behavior come down. If you initially make him understand what is acceptable and what is not acceptable, that behavior might be weakened. When he understands and he writes his homework and go for play and me time, then that behavior is maintained. This all things happens only with a good modeling. The modeling might be verbally or physically, with your actions and your tone. How you approach your child with your tone of voice, and it should be an acceptable and controllable way. Thank you.